Hello, it's good to be back. It's been a long time, but I'm glad that we're doing this again. My name is Celeste Easter, and it is as a recruiting leader. So I try to give back. I fell into this industry and was very fortunate and blessed to have so many people help me. So I want to do that in return and continue to help you. So I got a couple of DMs. I had a few, but I kind of consolidated it down to two because I think the answers will be close for both of them. So, first one, I've owned and managed real estate since I was 21. I'm now a little older. Hey, I'm not mad at you. And have made the investment of having someone else manage these properties. And I'm interested in a career in corporate or crossing over into some type of office career. What's wrong with my profile and resume? I'm not making it to interviews. So, I did take a look at this and I have a reply, of course, in the DMs because then you'll know now going forward that if you're good and you say I'll reply back and say, you mind me sharing your information. But other than that, I don't want to put your all your profile information up. But looking at your profile, I think one of the things that you definitely need to do is you focused on that piece of real estate management. What you haven't done is expanded that piece of real estate management. So really think about like get out like what are all the things that you do in real estate management. And I'm a chat GPT fan. So if you want to make it happen a little bit faster, you put it on chat and I will do a Zoom to throw on the website for acttherecruitingleader.com so that you can also use chat and see how you can use chat. First thing you're going to do is you can ask chat, tell me all of the different things that a real estate manager does. And when that list starts to populate, you're going to see so many different things, whether you are managing mail, calendars, dates, vendors, the administrative pieces of making sure everything is flowing smoothly. You mentioned you had a small team when we messaged, so even with that, that means you've done some payroll, you've done some management of people. None of that is showing on your profile and none of that is showing on your resume. So you really have to expand kind of that information and then connect it to what you're looking for. So if you're looking at a role that's an office manager role, you want to pull out like all those administrative things that you've done, and then you want to build that into your resume. And you want to make sure that you bring down the conversation. Like, of course, yes, you own the business, but look at that as well as you manage the business. Because sometimes, I mean, just to be honest, people will feel like if someone has owned their own business, they are not going to want to work for someone else. And that's absolutely not true, but it's just a bad perception that's out there. So sometimes you can put what your role was, like even in that business. You don't necessarily have to put owner, entrepreneur, especially if you're trying to find that transferable skill to move over. So I hope that helps. I sent you back some notes, and I'm looking forward to seeing that updated resume. So then the next one, which is really kind of similar, so I put it together because I love my college babies. I do. I'm graduating and would like to show off my previous work, but it's all from volunteer work. I help multiple departments at my church. Can I use this stuff? You definitely can use this stuff. You definitely can take what you've been doing through that work at the ministry and transfer that into, again, transferable skills. So, whether you were doing children's church, organizing lesson plans for Sunday school, like look at the administrative pieces when you're scheduling staff to be sure that there is a person in every place that they're supposed to be in. If it is hospitality, like even using the experience you have of ordering supplies, making sure that the area is managed well, and connected, always connected to what it is you're looking for. So you mentioned that you were doing something entry level, and so I do think that if you take a lot of that experience, and I tell you, add in some references. References go a long way, recommendation letters, especially when it's coming from an organization that you volunteer with. Because often they will look at just the fact that you are doing this out of your just a sheer joy or just a desire in order to help and to serve. And that can speak volumes to an employer, and especially to an employer who's open to entry level role. Most times they're not just so torn into and like just solely focused on seeing the experience. They want to see that you have the skills that will transfer, and they'll teach you a lot of the other things that you'll need to know. So go ahead, take a stab at it, direct message me back in. Anyone, you have a question you want to ask the recruiting leader, please, you can direct message me. I'm on multiple platforms. Definitely like, share here, as well as you can send an email to ask a recruiting leader at gmail.com. I hope these are helpful, and I look forward to seeing you soon with some sourcing material and some additional material that I know will help many of you that are starting out in the recruiting world. Have a great one.